Rapper Luke Gawne, who's from Illinois originally and relocated to Los Angeles, California, has a new song called Overdose. I reacted to his song Take Me Home that had me in tears, and now he has a new song out called Overdose, and I'm going to check it out with you guys. Do you know of him? What do you think of him? He says of himself on Instagram that he's the fastest rapper in the world. Do you agree or not? Oh man, I gotta rewind. He did not hold back from the start.
First thing that came to mind was fentanyl laced inside. Last year I got a call, thought I was too old to cry. But when I heard my uncle died, oh my, it was fireworks. It hurts more than the words can describe it first. And I am sure it could have been me too, dead in the dirt. Cause I was 16 years old, high on perks. Going numb for these drugs on mine. All the pain they cause, not okay at all. Gotta run so far away from this place. Can't escape these walls, I don't got no one. To save me from myself, I just need some help. No one to call my friend, I get high for days on end. Sometimes I sleep past noon, other days I don't leave my bed. They whisper I see.
Man, Gawne, why you gonna do me like that? Why you gonna do me like that? This is heavy. It's gonna have me crying.
No one to call my friend, I get high for days on end. Sometimes I sleep past noon, other days I don't leave my bed. They whisper I see you, them demons in my head. Want me to become this. I used to be a healthy guy before I OD'd on what the doc prescribed me. Xanax pills, they can stop anxiety, but I popped too many and I lost sobriety. Look at our society, medicated to the gills. Opioids and these prescription pills, addiction kills. Open up and swallow as I down a whole bottle till it refills. Going numb for these drugs on mine. All the pain they cause, not okay at all. Gotta run.
That's poignant. You got dad on pills for his PTSD from his military time. You got mom drinking. You got kid on the phone. It's a conversation about addiction on a large scale. All the forms of addiction you might find. People find themselves addicted to the phone. We have addictions to pornography, addiction to pills, addiction to drinking. And the thing is that these are all regular people. There's this contrast between a regular family in the suburbs that you see from the outside looking in and you think everything's fine, and yet everyone's battling with their demons. This is good. This is important. This is an important conversation. Some of it just hits a little close to home.
For these drugs on mine, all the pain they cause, not okay at all. Gotta run so far away from this place. Can't escape these walls. I don't got no one to save me from myself. I just need some help. Say the good die young and the bad die old. Sometimes life can be so damn cold. I'm on the floor in a ball of pain while I call your name like where'd you go? I don't got no one to save me from myself. I just need some help. I'm screaming, where'd you go? I'm screaming, where did you go? Some days the sun don't shine, sometimes I'm on my own. No one to call my friend when I've been feeling low. I'm screaming, where'd you go? I'm screaming, where did you go? Going numb for these drugs on mine. All the pain they cause, not okay at all. Gotta run so far away from this place. Can't escape these walls. I don't got no one to save me from myself. I just need some help. Say the good die young and the bad die old. Sometimes life can be so damn cold. I'm on the floor in a ball of pain while I call your name like where'd you go? I don't got no one to save me from myself. I just need some help.
Father God.
No one to call my friend. I get high for days on end. Sometimes I sleep past noon, other days I don't leave my bed. They whisper I see you, them demons in my head. Want me to become.
I didn't expect this. Gawne had me sobbing when I was listening to I Want to Go Home, Take Me Home. But when I saw that he had a new song out, you never know what you're going to get. I didn't expect to cry. Like when you have a response to one song, you never know what you're going to get. But I assumed, it's going to be a cool rap song. Homeboy can rap and spit for days and got an awesome cadence flow, can rap super fast. I mean, he's an amazing rapper. This one was heavier on the singing, and he has an amazing singing voice too. I love how the vocals were stacked. I think even on an octave apart, possibly, just made for a very full listening experience. The guitar, the drums kicking in. It was a very great composition, a great track. But I think because of the heaviness of the lyrics in the music video, I wasn't even paying attention as much to the composition. And I think that it was perhaps also meant that way. The composition was catchy. The whole arrangement was, I don't even know what the right word would be. It was upbeat. It was fun to listen to, as paradox as that might seem, because the song is not fun at all. It's very tragic and traumatic. But it's like upbeat and it's fun, right? And I think I appreciate that. As much as it would have also been poignant if it was a slow ballad, there's something like a dichotomy, if you will, between the catchiness of the song and the tragedy of the lyrics. I think it's fitting because, and I'm not saying that that's why he chose this type of composition, but it's fitting because a lot of these things will happen faster than we realize. You feel some type of high when you're on a substance. So it's fitting for this to be more a faster pop feel. Life happens. These things, people slide into addictions and lives are lost faster than we realize. So I appreciate the composition being funky and groovy while we're singing about very traumatic things. I appreciate that duality, if you will. But I didn't expect I was going to cry for this one, Little did I know. And I had no idea that it was going to go where it just did. Obviously, it's about addiction. You see him laying on the ground. It goes hard into that from the start. A very interesting choice of font and style here. Gawne, Overdose. It makes me think of GTA and a video gaming. And I'm not sure if it's just supposed to be, good, fun to look at and relatable to this, current generation and the video game generation and the young kids. But it's very interesting to me to have those elements because I see a conversation about all kinds of addiction here. Overdosing, substance abuse, and the effect on the addict and the family. And I think that the whole composition, the whole video and the song has a lot of multi-layeredness because I'm thinking of video games now. I'm thinking of people addicted to their phone. I'm thinking of the epidemic of the pharmaceutical industry and how medication is shoved down our throat left and right that leads to side effects that now requires more medication. I'm thinking of people struggling with their mental health and taking pills for that and becoming addicted to certain substances because of PTSD. I'm thinking of the people that struggle with addiction just in their homes on a day-to-day. It might not be the hardcore stuff, but it's the wine, it's the beer, it's the various things that people end up finding themselves addicted to and overdose on. That's where my mind goes from like the bird's view. That's all these different things from the font to the imagery in the video, different elements that have me thinking that. But then when you look closer, it goes deep and we see medics trying to resuscitate a person who just OD'd on the streets, right? It's a conversation about people that end up in places where we would have never wanted them to end up. Gone here on the ground as they're trying to bring him back, now finding themselves in a help group. The Me Too as the people in this health group who are coming to find comfort. Maybe it's a grief group because they've lost a family member. He speaks of his uncle, the call that he got, the couple that shares what happened to their daughter. This seems to be a help group, but it also makes you think of self-help groups of people that come to get help for their addiction. So it's a very, very all-encompassing song that allows us to have the conversation about these various elements, what it's like to be the addict that would go to a group saying, me too, I'm struggling with this, I'm hurting with that. But it also makes me think of the groups for family members and people left behind who have lost someone to addiction. The whole composition, very catchy. What breaks my heart is the contrast here of a family that seems perfectly fine and happy. The daughter, vibrant, sweet, or excited dad is home, maybe home from deployment or whatnot. A regular family. These are regular people. Marriages, a married couple reunited. Kids are happy, daddy's home. And this contrast we see here between a happy life the cinematography well done, as if sun is flooding in through the windows on the door, warmth, in stark contrast to them sitting in that room. Walls closed in. It's a very cold, closed in feeling. And I think that's also what addiction often does, both for the people that are struggling with the addiction as well as for their loved ones and family members. It feels like the walls are closing in on you. It feels cold and bare, cracks in the wall. There's so much pain that is involved when we talk about substance abuse and addiction. You have this family, it shed light on the mom drinking. The teenage daughter coming home, finding her mom drinking, broke my heart. That one was a little too personal, a little too close to home. And her getting angry with her mother, sending her brother away to protect him, them fighting, yelling. The guilt of a parent who realizes that their choices too led their daughter or sons down a certain path. And this song took me out of left field because I thought that this was going to go down the line of the mom getting worse and worse with her addiction, or dad and the pills that he takes ever since he came back from his service, the PTSD he struggles with, the medication. I really appreciate Gawne for this because it's not just painting this black and white picture of addiction. Because there are, for one, so many addictions, from video gaming to pornography, like I said, alcoholics to various substances and drugs, but also the layers of addiction. It's not just druggies in the street that are overdosing and being found by EMTs that try to resuscitate them. It's your regular husbands and fathers who are hurting and suffering, who are trying to be able to sleep at night, battling demons, taking pills for it and becoming addicted. It's women who are lonely and hurting, trying to figure life out, maybe alone while dad's deployed, or going through life, trying to numb the pain, reaching to the bottle again and again and again. It's the various layers of addiction. And it's not a black and white topic. And it's often more hidden and more pronounced than we realize. Various types of addiction. People addicted to their phones, as we then later on see the daughter at the table on her phone. There's a disconnect. The little boy with his toy car playing. The stark contrast between a little boy and his innocence and the little car. And that car again at the end at the gravestone. Excruciatingly painful picture. That contrast between death and life. Between innocence of a child lost. Someone gone too soon. A contrast between a broken man, a husband who is hurting, and the innocent child who's still playing. Isn't that so painful to think of, how we can get from a little boy playing? That man, that father was that little boy once, becoming a grown man. That young girl, that mother was that young girl once. This teenager now on her phone, drifting apart, drifting away. A disconnect growing. She's angry, she's hurting. Where there was a loving relationship between brother and sister, now tension is rising, fighting, yelling at each other. Even the cinematography, things are getting darker and gloomier. Now daughter is starting to party. Everything's starting to feel darker and more concerning. The switch in lighting was also fitting. And now things go south. She starts partying. They try to take some pills. And what I'm gathering from the storyline is here that chances are that it was laced with something. She took too much of it, or it was laced. And this is a lot of people's reality, is that they either start and they don't know where to stop. They take it too far, or we have this epidemic, or whatever the word for it is, fentanyl and other drugs that are circulating the system, that are making this its way among our young people, our kids, where they party, want to have a good time, and they end up dying, they end up losing their lives. And now these people, these parents who were hurting, struggling, who were battling with their own addictions, end up in a grief group because they lost their daughter. I did not expect that ending. This is a heavy, heavy, heavy song, but a very important one. Great job, Gawne, for using your platform and your talents and skills to talk about the hard stuff. And Take Me Home does it again here in Overdose. Many of you I know have lost someone to addiction. I know many of you have struggled with and are working on overcoming addiction. And for those of you who have chosen life, I'm so proud of you. Addiction affects the addict and the family, and it leaves behind shattered lives and broken hearts. And I think that this song is a necessary conversation so we can encourage those we love to choose life. May this be an eye-opening wake-up call for us to choose life, to say no to things that are harmful to us, to pay attention to our loved ones around and what they're doing. May this be a conversation starter about this epidemic of drugs, of oxy and fentanyl and all these things that people are turning to numb their pain or to even just to have a good time that ends up costing lives left and right. May this be a conversation starter to talk about the corrupt pharmaceutical governments and how medicine is shoved down people's throats. May this be a conversation starter for parents to educate their children, for us to be aware of where our kids are going and who they're hanging out with, for us to educate the next generation. May this be a conversation starter and a comfort, perhaps also, for family members who have lost someone to addiction, to understand that you don't have to live in guilt for the rest of your life, that there is help, there are groups available, there are resources. It's heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking reality that is all too familiar for many people. And I want to encourage you that if you're struggling with addiction, if you're struggling with thinking of ending it all, that you can call the suicide hotline, that there are resources available, that you don't have to check out of life. There is still hope and healing available. And that if it is too late for someone in your life because they're not here anymore, that it's not too late for you to honor their memory, to choose life, to be there for the other people that are left. What a heartbreaking, honest conversation. This is really, really heavy. A very well done music video. A very hard topic, a very hard conversation. But I hope that this is a conversation starter for us to look at the things that are plaguing our society, for us to be more aware of our surroundings, to care for those in need, to not turn a blind eye to if we see someone struggling, to take the courage to choose life, to dance in the light, and to heal. If you've lost someone, to understand that your story isn't over and that you could honor their memory. Share this song with somebody. Go subscribe to Gawne on Instagram, TikTok, here on YouTube, and talk to me about how you feel about this one. Did this hit home for you in any way? If so, why? I'd love for you to share in the comments. Make sure to subscribe here too, you guys. And I will see you guys on the next ride. Choose life, my friends.